Ronnie Shields here at Savannah's Boxing Gym, Houston, Texas. Fresh off the trip to Florida. Helped train, cornered Kermit Cintron. Obviously didn't really get the result that you wanted. Talk me through the 7th round. What was it that was going through your head when you saw the end of that 7th round?
Well, the first thing that went through my head was it a punch or was it a headbutt? Now I know it was a punch, it wasn't a headbutt. The most important thing is Kermit got up. He got up in time so well. Everybody thought the referee stopped the fight. The referee never stopped the fight. He was pointed to him to go back to his corner. And when I think Sergio Martínez started it all, when he ran and jumped on the ropes, when he thought the referee signaled the end of the fight. It wasn't. So the referee, what he did was he went over to the table and asked him, was it a headbutt or was it a punch? They told him it was a punch. He saw it. So he said, look, that's what I thought it was, so it's a 2-point round. He said, but the fight is not over. That's when they cleared the ring and then we'll resume fighting.
And what about his lateral movement throughout the fight? Is that something that you were surprised by, maybe a lack of it? I mean, as far as Kermit is concerned?
I thought Martínez would move. We worked on cutoff shots, but, Kermit just didn't do it. I mean, he came out the way I wanted him to come out as far as using his jab and throwing combinations. I mean, I think the first 6 rounds was probably even. I mean, you could say even, you could say 4-2 Kermit's way, you could say 3-3, but the fight was close throughout. I mean, I thought whoever won the last round would win the fight.
And there was a point deduction in that round, is that right?
Yeah. Because I mean, you got to look at the fight. He won the guy 4 times before he took a point. That was on the 4th time he hit Kermit in the back of the head. He finally took a point. And I was hoping that they would do it before then because he kept hitting him behind the head. And that's illegal. So if Kermit wins the round, he wins the fight. That's simple.
And as far as that confusion at the end of the 7th round, have you talked with the Boxing Commission in Florida? Did they come and talk to you after the fight? I mean, are there any plans to speak with them in the future?
Here's the thing. I talked to the commission before the fight. In the locker room, I talked to the chairman of the supervisor for the WBC, and I talked to the commission all together, and with the referee. And I asked them about instant replay, because the WBC has instant replay. They have it. So my concern was that maybe if a headbutt occurs or something, and the referee don't see it, then maybe they could look at it through instant replay. And the rule for the WBC is that they have one time that they can look at the instant replay. So, but then the Florida Commission say, no, we're not going to do that. They say, we're not set up for it, so we're not going to do it. So, it's ruled out. So now they can go, now they can't go back. It's too late to go back and say, well, now we can look at the replay and do this and do that. But I think the referee got the call right, and, we're going to have to live with the draw.
And Nate Campbell fought in the main event of the card, didn't make the weight, and has since announced that he's going to move up to 140.
Right.
In light of having helped train, Juan Diaz, helping him, getting him to take on Nate Campbell, ultimately losing, what do you make of that sort of those situations that happened on Saturday?
Well, the thing about with Nate Campbell is, I mean, here's a guy who talk a lot. He talked a lot about he was the best lightweight in the world. He talked this, he talked that, and he couldn't make his weight. I mean, that's ridiculous to me. He got mad because when he was fighting for the fight Guzman didn't make his weight. He said his words were that was unprofessional. So what did he call it when he didn't make the weight? Is that unprofessional or not? Now he wants to move up to 140 pounds, which hey, that's fine. But he should have did what he should have did was gave up the lightweight title and go up to 140 pounds as the former lightweight champion. Now he has action against himself because he didn't make his weight. That don't look good. That's unprofessional that he didn't make his weight.
Should Juan win on the 28th, where do you think that leaves the status of those belts that were vacated and Juan's position within the lightweight division?
Well, I think the only belt that means anything out there is the Ring Magazine belt. And that's the belt that Marquez has right now. And after Juan wins on the 28th, then you know what? he has the only belt that matters. You know, those other belts don't mean anything. You know, I mean, then we have to see who's the next best lightweight out there, and then that's when we have to go and fight whoever that is.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Ronnie.
You're welcome.
Best of luck.